plant has to be considered as a valuation area. Okay, mainly 99% of the times you will be able to see that valuation area is a plant. And that is the reason here when the system is asking you, you have to provide the valuation area, and valuation area, wherever system is asking you the valuation area, we already told the system valuation area is nothing but the plant. So it means you just need to provide the plant. Okay. Now let's take this valuation area. This is your material type ROH. This is quantity updating, value updating, pipeline mandatory, pipeline allowed. What are the other things? These are the 4 options which are provided. Let's try to understand this now. So there are some stock materials, there are some non-stock materials. What do you mean by stock material, non-stock material? Any idea? In SAP, we can say some materials are stock materials and some materials are non-stock materials.
A non-stock material in the sense like the service materials basically. Uh, so we'll be having a variance for those materials.
Exactly. Let's take an example of the service material. Let's say this is my service material. Let's go to the quantity and value updating. Can you see this? Quantity is not updated for service, right? Because we are not going to store the service in our stock. When we buy the service, we don't specify the quantity of the service, like a material. Material, I can go and find out how much material is available. What is the total quantity? But services, I cannot. Whenever I'm buying the service, I cannot say service is for how many units, right? And that is the reason I don't want to update the quantity. I don't want to update the stock of the service materials, right? That is exactly what is quantity updating and value updating. So based on the material type, you have to tell the system that whether this material type would be used for updating the stock or not. Whenever I'm buying the raw material, let's say I'm buying 10 hard disk. Now definitely this 10 hard disk, I want to update the quantity. In my stock, it should be very clearly available how much quantity is available for this particular material, right? And that is the reason if I want to track the quantity, I will click on quantity update. Number 2 is value update. There are some materials which are valuated and there are some materials which are non-valuated. Can you tell me now what is valuated and non-valuated? Any idea what is valuated material, what is non-valuated material? Valuated means, yeah, Akshay,
Valued
you want to
means,
say?
yeah, means which has cost and which are free goods kind of.
Yes, one example. Whatever you said can be considered as one example. Any other example which you or anyone else can give?
Um, See, cost means material which we are buying is a cost related, and non-valuated it's kind of free goods which we uh, provide to the employees, or what we can say, with our sales we provide free goods kind of.
like brochures, the
Yeah,
packing
yeah,
materials.
correct.
Right, right, right. So I think yes, vouchers and all what you said. Tracking materials are normally valuated, but vouchers, yes, you are printing the vouchers and you are booking it as an expense. You don't want to store them in the stock. Let's assume I have done the total investment of printing the vouchers, let's say 10,000 USD, right? This 10,000 USD, I don't want to show in the stock. That is not my raw material stock or that is not my material stock. Okay, so definitely if I want to keep a track, how much material is available, how much quantity is available, I will go with quantity update even for vouchers also, so that I can at any point in time, I can see how much quantity is available. But since it is not my stock material, unnecessarily I don't want to show that value as my stock. And that is the reason what I'll do is I will keep it non-valuated. So this is just one example. There can be various different scenarios in which the materials that you are holding, the materials that you are stocking, even those materials you don't want to value it. Okay, in that case, that is called as non-valuated material. So normally raw material, finished products, semi-finished products, these are all valuated parts. Okay, but there can be other scenarios just example, the marketing material you have created as a material type. So in that particular case, you will go for non-valuated. You will untick this. Okay. Do you know what is pipeline material? What is pipeline? There are some materials. Yeah, sorry,
There
go
has
ahead.
to be a steady flow
Sorry, Vivek.
into the there has to be a steady flow into the market, so it has to keep going.
No, sorry. Can you come again?
As in the service has to be provided continuously. There can't be a stop.
Pipeline could be like directly, like say oil or something directly coming out. Is it possible to put as a pipeline?
No, normally these pipeline materials are those materials which are shipped via the pipes. For example, the oil. Separately. Okay, so this is only relevant for certain scenarios. Maybe we will discuss this pipeline material separately. We have a complete discussion on this, but these are the materials which are normally shipped via pipes. It is not like the normal purchasing and selling. It is normally continuously flow of, let's assume you are into the let's say petrochemicals industry, or in those industries where the material is continuously flowing via the pipes. In those areas, these pipeline materials are used. Okay, but
So
they will not come under the normal.
also is a pipeline, right? Then
Sorry,
electricity also is a pipeline then, because it's continuously from the manufacturer. It's produced,
but
right?
see, but electricity you will not create as a material. You will not create a PO for the electricity, right? That is something which is part and parcel of the normal day-to-day. Everyone is using it, right?
Okay.
Yeah, we'll talk about this pipeline separately, but this is normally, I don't know who has done this for 0003. Normally there is a separate material type for pipeline, and this is very, very, very rarely used. But these two are very important. Quantity update and value update, these two are very important, and they are required in each and every material where you want to keep the stock and where you want to update that valuation in the material.
Crude
Okay.
oil can raw material and a pipeline.
Yeah, petrol, diesel, these are some of the examples which are required in most of the companies, and the materials will flow always in a pipeline. Let's see if there is any explanation given here.
Yeah, for a raw material, it will be a crude oil. Means from what they bifurcate all diesel, petrol, and all.
Right,
Here. For pipeline materials, no purchase orders are possible.
right.
It is possible for pipeline.
No, it
Here
is saying
mentioned.
go with pipeline handling mandatory. See, there are two options: pipeline allowed and pipeline mandatory. So if you go for pipeline handling allowed, you can post both good movement into and for your enterprise own stock, as well as pipeline withdrawals. So you can carry out the normal process if you say pipelines allowed. But if you say pipeline mandatory, in that case, it will not allow you to create the purchase orders and all. But again, let's keep this discussion separately, otherwise we'll go in different direction. Today, at least understand these two things, because this will be required in each and every material type that you are creating. So based on what material types you want to use, you have to decide which material type will update the quantity and which material type will update the value. Okay, this is very important. This you need to provide for each and every material type that you are going to use in your organization. Okay, I am not doing it because I want to show you the error. What error will come if you don't maintain it for your plant? And anyways, our plant is still not appearing here. So there are some settings which we have still not done, due to which our plant is not appearing here. Okay, so let's go with the flow. We will see what errors we are getting. We will try to solve that errors, and then we will come here and we will assign it. So I'm going to material master once again. We at the high level we understood the material type now, but there are a lot of other things which we'll also understand. So first of all, we have provided the code manually. external number we have provided, not even number, we provided the alphanumeric code or completely alpha code. So whether this is allowed for a particular material or not, that is also defined in the material type. Okay, if I double click on this material type for FERT, you can see external number assignment without check. If this tick is on, then only system will allow you to enter the material number manually and without any check. System will even not check whether it is in the number range or not. Okay, this indicator tells the system not to check the material number entered on the screen against the number range. So it will not verify at all whether it is fitting the requirement or not. It will just go ahead and it will allow you to use any code, whatever you want to provide. Okay, if you want to restrict it, if you want to tell the system no, user should not be able to enter anything on his own. The number should come automatically. And even if it is manual, it has to be in the number range. Then you have to untick this indicator. Okay, then you have to untick this indicator. Okay, we will understand each and everything, what are the different things here, but let's go step by step. So I'll go to the material master once again. I'll press enter, and let's assume I want to enter the information, or maybe instead of directly going to finished product, let's say I want to go with the raw material first. So I'll go with alcohol for manufacturing of sanitizers. So I'll go with ROH. Okay, just press enter. Basic data 1, 2, these are required to enter the basic details. I don't want to sell it, so I will not go to sales related information. I want to purchase it. So I'll select purchasing. If I want to keep the availability control, I will go to MRP, otherwise I can ignore, and I can enter the plant and storage location related information, because any material that I want to purchase, I want to definitely store it. I'll go with accounting. Okay, and costing as of now I will not do. Costing maybe we can do later on. So I'll just press enter. System will ask me, whenever you are creating any material, you can create the basic data of material at the client level. Okay, once the material is created, the description, the name, the code will be available for each and every plant. But whether this material can be used for a particular plant or not, that determines based on which plant you have extended this material. So system is asking me, you want to create this material for which particular plant, which particular storage location. So I'll tell the system that this is for
RC01
and this is for storage location. Which storage location we created for RC01? So I'll go to plant RC01. S001. This is a storage location that we created. So I'll select this and try to click on continue. Now definitely it will result in a lot of errors. Reason being, we have still not completed the setup of plant, company code, that process, right? But we will see what are the different errors that you will get and how to resolve one by one. Okay, let's click on continue. You can see you are getting this error. Tables TCURM and T001W are inconsistent. Notify your system administrator. Okay, let's try to, whenever you are getting any kind of error, even if you are not able to solve and you want me to solve this, maybe you are updating the error in the forum page and you want the help in this, don't just take this screenshot. Okay, this is even when you become a consultant, or maybe some of you are already consultants, sometimes when the user is raising the error, and if they are just sending this particular screenshot, you may not be able to understand what exactly is the problem. You should try to click on this question button. Always click on this question button. Try to understand the in-depth error. What exactly is the some background noise, Nagesh? Can you just mute yourself, please? Yeah, thank you.